What up, Raffalitos? Welcome back to my channel. We're back at the interchange, Eccles interchange. Over there, that's the traffic circle with the pool in it, in the center of it. And this is traffic heading south. On the Heroes Highway. What we want to do today is to take a look at this East Coast Bypass Road. I've made several attempts to cover the East Coast Bypass Road. This road starts at Ogle and finishes here at Eccles Peters Hall interchange, and between Ogle and Peters Hall here at this interchange is about 5 miles of road, 6 miles if you go all the way to the East Coast Road. So I've planned several times to cover the distance, to walk the distance of Eccles to Ogle along this road, and every time I get to this point it's usually so daunting. It's clouds and clouds of dust because of all of the trucks carrying construction material. However, this is the rainy season. It's just started raining like 2 days ago, and you can see the pools of water on the ground, and that's kind of settled the dust a little bit, and I'm hoping that this allows me to go the length of the road. So here we're starting at the Eccles interchange. This is the canal on the, at this point, north side of the interchange of the East Coast Bypass Road. I'm walking on the retaining wall right now, just so that I can get the vantage, the height above the ground, so that I can make this video. But I'm gonna get down. Yeah. But yeah, this is what's happening here. Let's get down off the wall for a bit. These guys are working on the backfilling of the retaining wall. They've built a lot. Yeah, man. Working on backfilling the wall. It's about 6 in the morning. It's about 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. On all of these buildings that have been recently constructed are warehouses. So this is kind of the warehouse district. Over in the distance, that mountain is a garbage heap. It's a dump, which means that the government has had to, I don't know if it's still an active dump site, but it's had to remediate, turn that garbage dump into, it's a landfill basically. Oh, it's probably still active. This is a truck carrying old tires. See, it's a truck carrying used tires into the landfill. And this is the entrance. So, the point I was making about this this road is that it opens up, becomes visible. area becomes visible. All that's been happening in this area before the road was constructed now becomes visible. And so over there you can see that landfill. That is a huge landfill. They're still piling garbage from the city onto that mountain of garbage, but I think, or I hope, there has been proper remediation. So this is the truck traffic that has prevented me from getting here in the past, because all of this truck traffic would stir up dust clouds that made it impossible to walk. But as you can see, this canal with its retaining walls stretches for at least, what is it, a quarter of a mile maybe. Trucks. This is a, what is it, garbage disposal company. As I was saying, the fact that this road is now being constructed allows you to see all the development or all the construction that's been going on in this neck of the woods, because it was inaccessible before. So we'll be able to see all that's happening in this area between Eccles and Ogle. And from what I can see right now is that it has been a site for a number of industrial companies, number of industries. In the distance, I can hear it, I don't know if you can. It's a loud construction vehicles spreading rocks onto this road and basically building the road. And here we are heading east. So yes, now we can see how much land has been developed before this road was constructed, and all that was going on in this neck of the woods, because before now there was just a narrow road. Right, there was just a narrow road connecting these two places, Eccles and Ogle, and now they're building a 4-lane highway. It's opening up the area it's opening up the area to more development. As I said, as someone who's looking for land to build hotels, you will be able to off the road. Like I said, on this side, those terraces are actually around a huge landfill. They're still dumping city's garbage into this landfill. I've heard about this landfill, but I've never actually been able to get close to it to see it. And it does present kind of environmental hazard for the area, particularly if it's not properly constructed, because a lot of that toxic leach water gets into the groundwater. So what happens is, if this landfill basically is a pit that is not properly lined with impervious material, then eventually over time all that garbage gets dumped there, like the tires, the waste oil and so on, that comes to this site from various waste bins. Eventually the rain washes that into the earth and it leaches into the ground and into the groundwater. So it's a huge problem. Garbage trucks, now the sand truck. Yeah, like I said, it's a huge problem if this landfill is not properly constructed, because it eventually turns into toxic water that leaches into the groundwater. But now we can see it. Right, that's one of the trucks now heading into the garbage dump. That's one of the entrances to the garbage dump, the landfill. Here's another, what's it, another factory. Yeah, man. So this is the point we're making about this neck of the woods. Is that now you can see, yeah man, yeah, now you can see all that's happening in this neck of the woods. Now that the road has been built, or at least all the construction here. This canal extends for about a quarter of a mile. They've built a retaining wall. Right, they've built a retaining wall for this canal for a quarter of a mile so far. And at this point, it has to continue under this bridge. Morning. And here they're building the rest of, continuing with the construction of the canal. What's that?
I said, yeah, there we had to go get shot for this way.
Okay.
That man jumped down the wire and left the wire.
Where's the one from the...
See why? Watch out for the cutter.
Yeah, I can see it. Dangerous, man. But this is what's happening here. They're building this new canal. Gives you an idea of how far construction has come. Right, I've been trying to get out here for
Distance,
a while.
4 miles. Duration 1 hour 15 minutes 43 seconds. Pace 23 minutes 20 seconds per mile.
Yes, I've been trying to get out here for a while to see the actual state of construction of this East Coast Bypass route, and as you can see, for a quarter of a mile in from the Eccles Junction, right, we've come now about a quarter of a mile. You can see up to the landfill they've completed the road, but beyond this quarter of a mile section the road is not yet at least only one lane seems to be they've made progress on one lane, or one side of the road. This is probably 2 lanes. Center divide, and the other lanes are still mountains of sand. Right, and you can see in the distance the landfill. It's probably a complete square mile. It's a huge landfill. But here, this is the trucks coming over. It's a dust cloud coming up with these trucks. Like I said in the past, this is one of the reasons why I wasn't able to come out here before, because of all of the dust that these trucks start. On the other side, that's the pile of construction material that's being used to construct this road. And as you can see, the shoulder of the road is still being prepared. So this is the condition in which the East Coast Bypass Road is. You can see in the distance over there, there's piles and piles of stone. Right, heaps of stone. You can see in the distance that is probably construction material for the road. And again on this side, piles and piles of sand, heaps of sand for road construction. So guys, that's what's happening in this neck of the woods. I'm going to continue this walk in another video, because it takes a long time to upload these videos when they get too long. So I'm going to end this one here and continue with this journey in the next video. But this is what is happening. This is what I've been curious about to see and to show you what is happening on the East Coast Bypass Road, the construction of the East Coast Bypass Road. There you have the piles of stone. Piles and piles of stone. There's also another scandal about stone, but we'll just address that in another video. That's what's up, guys. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in the fastest growing economy in the world, at the construction site of the East Coast Bypass Road here, Eccles to Ogle. Later!